What is good, everybody? This is Charles from Team COG coming at you guys here with another Infernoble combo tutorial. Showcase you guys Battlin Boxer King Dempsey. So I'm going to showcase you guys the standard 1-card / 2 warrior combo that Dempsey now can do. I personally think that I still like Arthur or Artorias as my 1-card combo. I think that Dempsey adds a little bit more flexibility in certain hands, especially in hands where you're forced to use your Durandal early. I don't believe that I just like Arthur. I guess it's biased. Both cards do exactly the same thing, except for Dempsey does a little bit more for like when you get disrupted or hand trapped, etc. So I'm going to showcase you guys the standard 1-card combo. Then I'm going to showcase you guys a scenario where I believe Dempsey truly does shine, but doesn't replace Artorias. But again, that's just my opinion. Also, if you guys enjoy this playmat right here, go ahead and get yours down in the description down below at the Team COG store. If you guys want to get a little bit of 10% off, go ahead and think about becoming a member, get access to your member-only code, and just stuff like that. But this mat is beautiful. It's a limited run. Huge shout out to Midnight Dreams for helping with the artwork, and also don't forget the Song of Roland playmat, 2-player cloth playmat. That's also available on the store. But before we that's it. We're just going to quickly jump on into the combo. Okay, guys, so here we go. It's a standard 1-card combo. You can use YuGiOh Space Connector, Sublimation Knight, the Battlin Boxer Uppercutter, whatever 1-card Isolde you're making. This can be done with this, and it also can be done with any 2 warriors. If you just happen to open a warrior plus an extender, you still get to this. So you're going to go ahead and normal summon your YuGiOh Space Connector, special summon out the Dolphin, and of course we're not going to utilize Dolphins like Look Effect or anything like that. We're just going to go ahead and go right on over here into our Isolde. Now, Isolde's effect, you go and add yourself a Fire Warrior. For the sake of the video, we'll just go ahead and grab and add ourselves the Roland. So we go ahead and grab Roland, and we'll go ahead and use the effect of Isolde. We're still sending 4, but if you're doing the Dempsey line, you have to make sure you send some sort of a revival spell, whether that be the Living Fossil, DDR, there's like a Florent card as well. Whatever you send, it just has to be a reborn spell. So for the sake of the combo, we are using DDR. I think DDR is the best. I think it outshines the Living Fossil, but just because its ability to bring back from banished and stuff like that, any level versus just low 4 lower requirement that Living Fossil has. We're going to summon out the Ogier. Ogier's effect, we're going to go ahead and send to the graveyard the Turpin. So very similar to the Artorias line, but we're just going to go ahead and differentiate here by banishing 2 warriors to go ahead and add back the Phoenix Blade. We'll go ahead and attach the Phoenix Blade to Ogier to go ahead and special summon out the Turpin. And right here, as you guys would know, we'd overlay for Artorias, but if you're using the Dempsey line, you're going to do this differently. You go ahead and go into Battlin Boxer King Dempsey, and on summon, it allows you to go ahead and add a Fire Warrior. We're going to go ahead and add Renaud. I guess this is probably the biggest disagreement or differing opinion, is I do not like using Renaud this early in the combo. I prefer to use Renaud later on, which the Artorias line allows you to do. The Artorias line really capitalizes on Ricardetto over Renaud, and I just believe that Renaud is the best extender / it's like a 2-for-1 later in combo lines, because it's able to not only become a level 1 tuner that lets you synchro off into Baron, but it's also able to pick up anything from the graveyard, whether you're picking up DDR or Gearfried. But I digress. If the Dempsey line fits you, the Dempsey line fits you. I know that it's different strokes for different folks, so whatever suits you. Anyway, you go and special summon out the Renaud here, use its effect to go ahead and grab back your Reborn spell, which we will go ahead and grab back the DDR. Right here, we go ahead and we link off into our Link 3 or your Link 2. I am going to go ahead and make our Rattan, the Heavenly General. If you're playing the Flame Swordsman, you can go ahead and make him. We will then go ahead and use Divine Sword Phoenix Blade by banishing 2 warriors. We're going to go ahead and banish Isolde and Dempsey. Now, if you did not open with YuGiOh Space Connector and you're playing like Sublimation Knight, you do have Turpin and Ogier in the graveyard to banish as well, so you get that level 4 to the banished. You'll go ahead and fire off DDR, pitching the Phoenix Blade to go ahead and summon out the Dolphin or your level 4 you have banished. Renaud is treated as a tuner, so we're going to go ahead and synchro for 5. Now, I guess you guys know what that means. We go for Angelica. Angelica on summon grabs us that museum as we're taking a trip to the museum. We go ahead and activate the museum, use museum's effect, pay 12 to go ahead and grab ourselves the Almus, Infernoble Arms. Almus, which is right here. So we go ahead and grab Almus. You then can banish 2 again. We'll just go ahead and banish Renaud and the Connector for Phoenix Blade as well. I do know that there is some talk that Phoenix Blade might be on the chopping block of getting hit, simply because we have the new Phoenix Gear Blade coming out. And if it does, as you guys can see here, we have 2 effects that we can use to equip to trigger the Angelica. So nothing really changes in this combo sequence. We'll go ahead and equip the Phoenix Blade to Angelica, chain her effect to go ahead and send the Immortal Phoenix Gearfried from her deck to the graveyard. She will then banish herself, and Phoenix Blade will fall off, summoning out our Captain Roland from the extra deck. We'll then go ahead and use either, for this sequence, you'll want to go ahead and use Turpin's effect to equip, and then you'll go ahead and use Museum's effect to special summon out the Turpin from the spell and trap. You'll then go ahead and use Roland and Turpin to go ahead and become Charles, and then we'll go ahead and equip Charles with the Almus, and then we will just link down the Charles into Emperor Charles the Great, equipping the Almus. So you'll go Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Almus will grab back the Phoenix Blade. I'm just kind of beating around the bush here just to make it a little bit quicker. You then can fire off Gearfried and banish the Almus, and then you'll go ahead and activate Ogier's effect to equip the Charles. So right here, we get to go to the end phase, and you have two options. Of course, option number one is you go ahead and equip Durandal. And then once you equip Durandal, you can either grab from the deck Malgus or Turpin, or not Malgus, Turpin, Malgus or Oliver. If you grab Malgus, you're going to be able to get a draw. If you grab Oliver, you're going to have your Charles not be able to destroy by card effect or be targeted by card effects as well. So it's entirely up to you what you want to do. Again, in this scenario, this took one card. You have one card added off as old. If you wanted to end the combo normally, you could just equip Malgus, effect of Charles to destroy the Malgus, and then you get to shuffle back 3. But for the simplicity of the video, we'll just go ahead and equip the Oliver, and of course, the Queen returns here as well. So then, this is what we have here. This is what, so essentially it does the same thing. The Dempsey line literally does the same exact thing. It's just, it's utilizing the Renaud earlier. So if you open Renaud in conjunction with your combo, you have to use it early. You don't get to use it like later on. Like right here, we could have technically, if we opened Renaud, we could have done like Gearfried, you know, we could have banished the Charles, done like different combos and stuff like that. We have different sequences that we could do. But anyway, I want to shuffle it up here, and I'm going to showcase you where I believe that Dempsey shines the most. Okay guys, here we go. This is where I believe Dempsey actually shines the best. Of course, I really prefer the Artorgus lines instead, mostly because Artorgus allows us to use Ricardetto. Artorgus is back row destruction, and it allows us to like utilize like a lot more of the graveyard effects of the Infernoble arms over Dempsey. However, I do believe there is a world, and I do believe it's actually a place where you can play both of them. So I'm going to showcase you guys where Dempsey really shines in my personal opinion. You go ahead and normal summon your Neospace Connector, or you normal summon your whatever your one card starter. It's Interruption, whether it be Perm or Ash. You then go ahead and equip Durandal to it. Say you need to open Durandal. You go ahead and exhaust the Durandal here to grab your extender. Now, in the normal Artorgus line, Artorgus picks up Durandal, and you use Durandal to add the Ricardetto, and then you end up linking off Artorgus and Isolde into your Link 3 or your Link 2, and you're triggering the effect of the Joyous to special the Ricardetto from your hand. However, if you've already exhausted Durandal and you did not open Ricardetto, you don't get to do that. So this is where I believe Dempsey truly shines in the sense of what it does. It allows us to go ahead and special summon out here, and we go ahead and make Isolde. It allows us to do the same combo we just did round 1, but through having to use the Durandal early on. So of course, as you know, you go ahead and make Isolde, we go ahead and grab Roland, and then you go ahead and use Isolde's effect, paying the cost of 4, which of course we'll go ahead and send, we'll send the, I don't know why we chose to send Almus here, you just go ahead and send another copy of Durandal. Except for in this line here, you definitely you use a lot more of your Infernoble arms and Fire Warriors, so you definitely can prioritize Malgus during the end phase. So then you go ahead and you summon out Ogier. Ogier will then send Turpin, and very similar to the first round of the combo, you just go ahead and detach here, or banish 2, and you're just going to do the same combo sequence that we just did by attaching the Phoenix Blade. Okay guys, so then here we are at the end phase. During the end phase, you just go ahead and use Charles to go ahead and pick up Durandal. And then right here, like I said, I would prioritize equipped in the Malgus to go ahead and equip it. Then you go ahead and use Malgus Charles' effect to destroy the Malgus to be able to shuffle back your Fire Warriors. So then you can shuffle back your equipped here, your Flint Lady, and your Renaud. If you want to, go ahead and shuffle these back, and you get to draw 1 card. It does not matter what you draw. We'll just go ahead and flip it over. We draw Heritage. And then, of course, Angelica returns. So it's in this scenario here that I believe that, you know, you went through a lot more of your Infernoble arm names. So, like, technically you have so many that you could shuffle back. It's okay. But, yep, so, guys, that's the 2 instances with Dempsey that I believe the standard 1-card combo. And this is what I truly believe that Dempsey really shines, is in those combos where you're forced to use Durandal early, simply because you're just you've exhausted Durandal. Now, there is a world where you do the standard Ogier and Renaud line, where, like, you end up searching, you make High Lancelin to be able to search out the Durandal. and use it early, and then that way you can make Dempsey later on. But that is just currently right now, just a quick showcase of Dempsey. Yeah, so please remember, you guys enjoy the content, give a like, give a subscribe down below, ding that notification bell, and most importantly, you guys stay safe and stay healthy. This is Charles from Team COG signing out.